Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches and welcome to my channel. Today is Tuesday, August 8th, 2023, and this is FlossTube number 113. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. This is a channel mostly, sometimes, about cross stitch, but I do throw in quilting and other stitchy goodness, and lately I've been throwing at quite a bit of quilting at you guys. For those of you that watch my quilting videos, also thank you so much. Anyway, those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate each one of you. I appreciate the comments that you guys leave, the conversations that we have on and off. I've made some really good friends through this channel, and I appreciate each one of you. So like I said before, this video is going to be all cross stitch. I normally have some crumb blocks to show you guys that I sew during the week, but the past 2 weeks I have not sewn. I have not sewn any crumb blocks. I'm working on my 60 by 60 quilt, and I see it, it's right there, and it took quite a bit of cleaning, so that took away a lot of my quilting time, sewing time. So anyway, so that's you're not going to see any quilting today. You're just going to see cross stitch like the old days. Anyway, so let's start off with my piece that I do try to work on every week. I also try to get 25 minutes a day in. If I don't, then I'll sit down and watch a long FlossTube, and I will get a good hour and a half of stitching in on this piece. And I am talking about Amid Amish Life. This is it right here. This is a piece that was originally in Cross Stitch and Country Crafts in 1986. It was, I believe, the summer editions. It was originally meant to be stitched as 3 separate pieces, but quite a bit of people have stitched it as one big piece, which is what I'm doing. I'm stitching this on a 36 count mystery blue even weave. Y'all can see my little dog right there. He hears cars outside. He might start barking. No barking. Anyway, 36 count mystery blue even weave that I found in my stash. It was the perfect size. It was the perfect blue for the background, and so I went with it. Now, I did stop in middle of stitch yesterday when I was working on it. I had to help with the grandbaby, and so there is a needle precariously teetering in one of the holes. Anyway, so this is it. So I have the right panel done, and I'm working on the middle panel right now. And I worked on up here on the clouds, and I worked a little bit down here. There is a, let me fold it. There is a sign right here that I need to finish. I was hoping to get all that done. It's been 2 weeks since I've seen you guys, so I didn't get a whole lot done, but I did work on the clouds. And I am almost done. There's a page break right around here, I believe. And I'm trying to get that finished. I'm trying to get that page break done so I don't have to go back and forth between 2 pages. So that's it. I still love this piece. I think I'm going to say that every video. I do love this piece. I don't get tired of working on it. I'm not doing the 25/7 like I started, and that kind of makes me sad because I really wanted to see where that would get me in a year. But, you know, life, things happen. So, but I still enjoy stitching it. So hopefully, maybe next time you see me, I will have this page done, and I'll be able to move on to the next page. I'll still be in part 2, but I'll be able to move on to the next page. And that's it. I just love it. I love it. There aren't that many people that are working on it that I know of. I know that, I think it's Blitz Stitch. He worked on it for a while. And there are several people who have sent me pictures of their finished work, and I absolutely love it. In fact, there was one lady on one of my groups, and she posted, she's like, I found these 2 pieces. She found 2 parts of it at a thrift store. And so a couple of people directed her to where she could find the 3rd piece so that she could stitch it. She didn't realize it was 2 separate pieces, that it was a 3-part stitch. She just rescued the stitches, saved the stitches. And so anyway, so that was pretty cool. She was excited about that. Anyway, like I said, I try to get some work on it, but I'm a little out of sorts today, so y'all excuse me. Anyway, I will try to press on. Okay, the next thing that I stitched was my Shannon Christine 12 Days of Christmas Ornaments. I am working on day 3. I'm doing this on a 14 count blue Aida. That's just, I bought it off of eBay. No, I bought it off of Amazon when I first got back into stitching, kind of like that piece. And it was a lady's name, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was just a huge piece of blue Aida. So I'm using that for the ornaments. And so this is what I got done. Almost done. I think if I work on it every day, I try to put in 100 stitches a day, and I think I have 600 left. I have it in Pattern Keeper. So I am going to push forward to finish this so that I can have another finish. And then I think I'm going to kind of make this and my Amid Amish Life are really going to be some focus. If I can touch each of these, both of these every day, I'll feel accomplished. So this is it right here. I almost have all of the DMC done. This part right here, all this gold right here, she has as beads, and I don't like the look, so I just stitched them in DMC's metallic thread that comes on a spool. It's called Diamant, I don't know. I do have it, hold on. I like it. I really like it. I know a lot of people say the DMC metallic is terrible. I find that the DMC metallic that is on the skein is horrible. I don't like it. But this one is not, can y'all see that? Yeah. This one is not so bad. It comes like this. It actually comes in red, blue, I think purple, and another color. In fact, I wanna try to get all the other colors because I really like stitching with it. I do double it. I use 2 strands. See, it's just a single strand. I pull about 18 inches and fold it in half, do a loop start, and it's fine. I love it. I use, as per Judy, the City Stitcher, she said to use a bigger needle when you're working with metallics, and so that's what I do. I use a bigger needle. In fact, I just have it stuck on my piece to remind me to use it. But I like it. I really like their these metallics. Not a whole range of colors, but there's like this gold, a shiny gold. I think this is like an old gold. Like I said, a blue, a red, I think a purple and a green. So every time I order from Michael's, I try to throw one in my cart because I really like it. I like it a lot. Okay, enough of that. Put this back in here. Okay, the next thing I stitched on was a piece that I picked up at a thrift store. This was a piece, it was still on the scroll rods. It was leaning up in the corner at my favorite creative reuse store, which is kind of like a craft thrift store if you don't have one. And it was leaning up and the back of it was showing. And so I went and I grabbed it, and it was like $4 or $5. It wasn't that expensive with the scroll rods. So I put a call out on Facebook and Instagram, and somebody told me what chart it was, and that is Ironwork Gate by Barbara and Cheryl. And when I got it, some of this top part was done and some of this part was done. I need to find the picture and see exactly, and maybe a little bit of these columns. Well, my goal, this is one of my focus on and finish pieces, and so my goal for this month when I pulled it out was to work on this column right here, that column, and to finish it. And then my next goal when I pull it out, I have three pieces that are my focus on and finish. So I already pulled out the next one and I worked on it, but when I pull it out again, I want to do this. So anyway, this is completed. I completed it. I met my goal for the month of July, and here it is. this is it right here. So I finished this column right there. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so here it is. I've looked at several of her pieces, and my local needlework store went out of business, and I wish I had bought a couple more of their charts, because she had all of her charts. Out. Back. She had sorry, he's going in my room. He's not allowed in here. She had a couple of her charts for like $1 each, and I should have grabbed a couple of them, but anyway. I love it. It's so pretty. So I still have this column, I still have the upper part, and I still have all the ironwork back stitching. But there's one person I know that's completed this, that has sent me, one person I know on YouTube, and that is, I can't think of her first name, but the name of her channel is Romantic Tangle, and I'm really upset with me, because she always starts it with, hi, and this is my romantic tangle, and I can't think of her name. Anyway, I've been watching her for years. She was one of the first FlossTubers I watched. But anyway, she pulled this out a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months ago, and showed it as a finish. And it is so pretty. So pretty, pretty. So I got that goal done. So it's going to get put away until it comes back again as a focus on a finish. Not necessarily for any particular year, but I'm just going to, I'm just going to pull out one of these a month until I get them finished. Then I'll add another one and another one. Okay, this next one that I pulled out, this was my full coverage focus. Okay, so I started this. This is, I'm just going to show you because I don't know how to say the name. It's a castle. I've always loved this castle. I've seen pictures of it and fall in love with it. In fact, my favorite stitching rendition that I've seen is a Riola's kit. And it's like, I don't know, $50. Not going to buy it. But anyway, so I got this. This is an Artisy kit, Artisy chart. And I'm stitching this on 28 count over 1, which is crazy. But I decided, hey, I'm going to do 2 over 1. It's going to be great. Well, let me tell you, when you have confetti and you have this one little spot, and I don't use a magnifier, I don't have the room to set one up. I use cheaters, and I use them a little bit higher than I need for my normal reading and whatnot. But I had one little stitch in the middle of a 10-inch block. I could not see the holes. I could not see anything. So I decided, the first leg of the stitch was good, but then it was like, where am I again? Seriously, it was bad. So I was watching Alicia of Adventures in Stitching, and she was talking about 2 over 1, 2 over 1 tent stitch. And she did a chart, and she switched from 1 over 1 full cross to 2 over 1 tent in the middle of a piece, not in the middle, toward the beginning. And she couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. I mean, maybe if I got up to it with a magnifying glass, I could tell, but I couldn't tell. So I decided to give that a try, and I like it. I really, really like it. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think I'll ever do another piece on 28 count over 1. I am 54 years old, and I don't need to be doing that. Like I said, I don't have magnifiers. I just don't, and it's not like my eyes are already bad as it is. I've already had laser surgery, and they told me I can't have it again. So I really don't want to destroy my eyes. So here you go. Can you tell what I've done? So my goal is, I'm still just working across. I got in about 500 stitches this month. Not a whole lot, but you know, enough. This is definitely a piece that I don't see myself finishing in my lifetime, but it's a challenge, and I'm appreciating the challenge. But this is pretty much a piece that, like I said, I don't anticipate finishing. So that's all I got done. But you can see I'm almost, I think the end is going to be right around here. So, you know, I'm close to the end. I'm doing a method that I learned about from Sarah, the Stitching Mommy, and that is, she refers to it as the typewriter method. And that is, you pick a color and you just work across. And then what I'm going to do, I didn't start out that way because you can see this big clump of black right here. And then what I do is I try to work as much as I can in the first 10-inch square. You see that? I'm having a hard time holding this. The first 10-inch square. And then what I do is I'll move up and then go across again in this 10-inch square and just keep working my way up. Like I said, if you see this thing finished in my lifetime and you stay with me that long, yay. But I don't see myself finishing it anytime soon. So that is it. It was a free chart on Artisy. I don't think it's still free. Maybe in her Facebook group. I'm not sure. But anyway, that is the castle. I refer to it as the castle. Okay, so the last piece that I worked on, this is Christmas Garden by Blackbird Designs. This is in the Home for the Holidays book. And this is it right here. Now, I started this, I don't even remember that when, maybe last year. It was a start along with Kim, now known as Contented Needleworker Kim. I am not stitching the words Christmas Garden. I actually moved my border up here. I don't even know if I'm going to put the initials in there. I think they're kind of shoved in there, so I don't think I'm going to do it. I originally planned on it, but I don't think I'm going to. I will probably hide my initials somewhere in there, but I am not sure because I like how I initial things. So, I don't know. We will see. So that's it right there. This is my August Focus on a Finished piece. I don't know if I said that or not. All right, and here it is. Right here. Ta-da! So there's the bottom. So I did that already. And then last time, I just picked it up for one day, but I wanted to show you guys. Last time when I worked on it, I had started this vase, and so I just finished the vase. And so my goal is to just kind of work across as much as I can. There's a little tree right here, and then I'll probably finish this, and then this is all done, this side, so I don't have to worry about that. And then I can go down, and this will essentially be my last row right here. If you look at it, the row right here. So I'm going to finish this, hopefully get this tree done. I'll probably work all the way down here. Hopefully I can get that done this week. Depends on how much stitching I get. And then I can start working on this bottom part right here. So again, this is a Focus on a Finish. I have this. I have the this right here, 'Tis the Season, and I have the Ironwork Gate. Those are my Focus on a Finishes. So this will be September. Yes, this will be September. Ironwork Gate will be October, and then Christmas Garden will be November. Wouldn't it be great if I could finish it before Christmas? I know I'm not calling it Christmas Garden. It's gonna hang up year round, but it would be fabulous if I could finish Christmas Garden by December. Fabulous. So it would be fabulous if I could finish both 'Tis the Season and Christmas Garden by Christmas. That would be awesome. The 'Tis the Season right here, all I have left is my bird. I'm not doing these words. I'm not putting anything right there. So all I have left is the bird. And I think maybe 1 or 2 snowflakes. So that's kind of an unwritten Rachel goal, is to have those finished by Christmas. I don't know if I'll get them done, but we will see. Hopefully it would be nice. It would be nice if I can get them done. It would be really, really nice. I feel like my camera's too high today. I think it's from when I made the video on this. So this is, if you've not watched this video, go watch it. This is my second 60 by 60 quilt top. For those of you that are new, I have a goal. I am 54, and I turned 54 in May. And so my goal is to have 60 quilt tops completed, not quilted, completed, just the tops, and 60 cross-stitch pieces finished, not fully finished, finished by my birthday, by my 60th birthday. Quilts, I'm on a good track. Cross-stitch pieces, not so much. I'm really kind of hoping these 12 Days of Christmas pieces will give me that oomph. And then if I could finish these 2 Blackbird pieces, that would be fabulous. So that is my goal. So I'm kind of looking at all of my whips and going, except for the castle and some of my full coverage pieces, finishing all of them by my 60th birthday would be nice. But I do have a bunch of 12 Days of Christmas and cross-stitch ornaments that I want to make. So those are kind of giving me, those are padding the 60 by 60. The big pieces, if they get finished, fabulous, but the ornaments really are the ones that I'm hoping to get done. And then the big ones in between. But anyway, it doesn't take long to make a quilt top, for me at least, especially like this one. This one was, this one was super, super easy. It's a log cabin. I love log cabins. But anyway, go watch the video where I talk about this quilt top. In fact, I have 2 of my kids, my 2 younger kids, are fighting over who gets it. And I'm like, hey, Mama's got 3 more sets of panels. She can make y'all each one, and a lot of fabric. Anyway, so that is all I have for stitching. That's it. That's all I've gotten done in the past 2 weeks. Not a whole lot, but I am trying to stitch a little bit every day. And in fact, my husband knows if I don't get something, if I don't sit in my sewing room and sew, or even just organize a little bit, I get antsy. Just really, I've got to do something with my hands every day. So anyway, so that, you know, he encourages me to stitch. Just, even if I said, just give me 15 minutes. Let me stitch on something for 15 minutes, you know. So anyway, so that's all for my stitching. Private, personal life, not a whole lot. My husband went back to school. So school starts, teachers started last week in service. He had a couple of in service. He had they were, not mandatory in service. So if he went, he made money. So he went to a couple of in-services, and then this week started mandatory in-service. And so he did that. And so I think students go back Thursday. I want to say, so he only teaches 11th and 12th graders. He teaches high school chemistry and physics, which is 11th and 12th graders. They go back Thursday, and then 9th and 10th graders go back Friday. So they're doing kind of a staggered start. So he's kind of excited about that because he gets them and then he has a break where he can kind of prepare. So that is awesome. So he's looking forward to that. So officially Thursday, we're Tuesday. So in 2 days, our daughter got a job at his school. She had applied for an assistant clerical position at a school closer to where she lives. Which, I mean, it takes maybe 15 minutes to get across town without traffic. So it's not like it's that far. So she told us, she said, hey, I'm applying for this job. What do y'all think? And we're like, that'd be awesome. That'd be perfect for you. So he immediately, my husband texted his principal. I think I told y'all this story already. Anyway, if I did, fast forward. Anyway, texted his principal, and she's like, we have an opening. So she actually got in at his school. So she's excited about that. It's kind of, you know, it's got benefits, you know, and that's what I told her. She was like, it doesn't pay as much as I want. I'm like, they're paying your health insurance. You know, you're getting retirement. You're getting all these benefits. Take the job. And she did. And so she started yesterday. So anyway, so that's all I have, personal stuff. Not a whole lot going on. My daughter-in-law starts school next week, I think. Next week. She's going back to school. So she starts school. My son and his wife, my other son and his wife have moved next to the church. And so they're doing that. So anyway, so lots of good stuff going on. No major catastrophes in our lives, which is a good thing. So anyway, so that's all I have today. I'm looking at my quilt fabric I need to organize. And so anyway, I need to clear off everything that I have here, because this is actually where my sewing machine is. And so when I make a video, I have all my cross stitch stuff everywhere. And so I need to get it all cleaned up, plus I have quilt stuff. I have 3 different quilts I'm working on, and their pieces are kind of intermingling. So I need to, after that box that fell was far for me to organize. So I need to get where I'm moving things around to where they belong in the containers they belong, so I don't get too confused of what's what and I don't lose pieces. So anyway, so I need to get the organizing this little area up and get this video uploaded for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm hoping now that school's back in session that I can be a little bit more consistent in my stitching and in my videos. So I will see you guys next week, Lord willing. Happy stitching, everybody. Bye-bye.